do? It's your boy. Hey, look, we got back with another Grateful Plays. I feel like we ain't really got a lot of Grateful Plays, yo.
Nah, we just started rolling them out, man. You know, we had a lot of in-house shit going on, but the ball gonna start rolling. They gonna see a lot more of these.
Shit, not even to let them know the difference between Grateful Plays and a Big Mouth podcast so the people won't be confused.
Man, Grateful Plays is really like where me and you get to kick our shit for real. Talk about things, and we bring in the people that we fuck with through our adventure in this. You feel me? Bringing CEO, people like Rugby, and a lot of people that are more so connected to us, and a lot of the behind-the-scenes faces where we get to kick our shit and give our opinions on a lot of things. So I feel like a lot of the unsung heroes and the less heard voices going on around here. And then the Big Mouth podcast is, feel me? We bring a lot more of the artists what the people want to see and things of that nature. So I feel like that's going to be the general gist, and people are going to start to see. We got a couple more episodes. I mean, not episodes, some more shows that's about to be in the works. You feel me? A couple more.
So, feel like we got a real heavy hitter on the couch right now. Like, I feel like we be saying the word exclusive, but this right here is a real exclusive. Like, I've been tapped in with you for a little bit, but like lately, I would say over the past year or so, I've been saying you going crazy. For the people that don't know who you are, let them know.
Yes, I am Rugby_Polo Naughty on Instagram, and that's my real name. I'm a manager, music manager, bookings, event curator, behind the scenes. I do a lot of that for the DMV area.
No, for sure. What would you say is like the main thing that you do though, or your main focus be at?
Definitely managing artists right now, especially the younger generation, like 18, 25, 26. Those artists that's coming up.
What you like to call them? The YNs?
Definitely the YNs.
You like to call them
My little free car crew, too. I'll be saying that to them.
Little free car crew.
Yeah.
My crew, let's go.
Yeah, they know.
Where you from?
I was born in Brooklyn, New York. Grew up in Moco. I don't even need to see the DMV. I claim my Moco. I don't got no shame.
Yeah.
Wheaton, Georgia Avenue, Georgian Woods, Montgomery Village. That's all me.
Shit, the longer I've been up here in like in the DMV area, I've been hearing a lot about Moco. At first, I didn't really know much about Moco, but when I came up here, different people that got, you know what I'm saying, a lot of success kind of be popping it.
Yeah, we the underdogs of the DMV.
We
might be a little up on Virginia, but
a lot up on Virginia.
People ain't got respect for Virginia. They ain't barely got respect for us either. But we up there. Hey, we got Logic. We technically got Wale. Yeah, man. We got people out there.
I got
Simba, straight from where I'm from, Montgomery Village. He a younger from where I'm from.
Man, Simba,
he grew up around my nephew.
Simba dropped the ball about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like
the first one was like, all right, we understood when he was younger. That first time he got caught up, and then damn.
After that long bid, bro, he went back, and I'm like,
and he was doing good when he came out that first bit, that long one. He came out.
Up.
Yep. He was waiting.
He dropping shit.
I'm like, yes, Montgomery Village, we finally getting some attention. He was like real young when I was out there, when I was outside. So
I was doing
like middle school, high school, and I was already. He was like middle school.
Yeah, he was doing views like 14. He was one of the niggas that was going viral, like dropping shit. Like
when I was in college and came back, he was like up there.
Shit, just coming from like out of town. You know how the first time I heard about Simba?
Because he got locked up?
Nah.
Oh.
What? Which one?
Barber Son TV.
Oh, that ain't a good reason.
I promise that's my first time hearing about him.
Because when you came down here, Simba was booked. So
he was just getting out or something like that.
Yeah.
He came, as soon as he got out, looking on the internet, he got into it like quick.
Yeah.
With Angelizzi and them? Okay,
definitely.
Okay.
But that's how I found out about him.
Yeah.
I mean, what they say, all publicity, good publicity, I guess. But I mean, he got some crank. I just feel like he dropped the ball as far as like getting his shit together. And you feel me? I don't know what the fucking nigga got going on, but from the outside looking in, bro, niggas don't care about your personal life. We all got personal life. But the fans, and as far as this career shit, if this something you want to do, you gotta pick that ball up because he
got Corday in the corner too.
Yeah, you got a nigga like Corday that's backing you and probably want you to win. So
they like brothers, not blood brothers, but you know.
Yeah, Corday do be showing a lot of love.
For sure, they locked in.
Hey, look, do you think it'd be more like street politics that be getting the artists in trouble, or it'd be the music situation that's getting the artists in trouble?
I want Rugby answer because Rugby be with the little niggas.
Man, they apply the street politics to the music. They don't know how to. They don't separate it. So until they learn how to separate it, that I feel like putting it in it amplifies it. Like, oh shit, he just said this on a song, and you embarrassing me. Oh, now I gotta come back, and then it just keep amplifying. Then it go back into the streets and it go back into the music. It's like a never-ending cycle. So, it's definitely street politics. Sort of. That's the foundation of it. That's the foundation of they genre, free car music. They ain't had a street politics. Would they have free car? What do they got? That's what they talk about.
So being a manager though, it's like, damn, you damned if you do, damned if you don't though. So it's like, how are you gonna navigate? That just make me not want to be a manager. I ain't gonna lie, but like, how do you navigate that when you got artists that you know is dissing and you know this shit going, and if you know your artist, you know this shit going on for real, whatever the case may be. Why, like, I can't, me personally, I'm like, why would you sit there and tip them like that, bro? And what do you expect me to do as a manager for your career?
Right.
If all you doing is making indictment music.
Right. So I don't get into their details. I don't really ask them, what's this mean? Why are you doing that? But from a manager point of view, I see it as like, I'm also a teacher, full-time teacher. So I treat it like bad kid in my class. Let me focus on the positives. What can I do better to make you go the other way? So like Dizzy, I see that he could focus on this. Or 3, I'm like, you could do the singing stuff. He got the pain music. Let's focus on that. They still gonna do the free card. They're not gonna stop doing it.
But you meet them where they at.
But I meet them where they at, and I'm like, hey, you could get with this sound. Let's apply this. Let's try this. And just talking to them, asking them what their goals are, the same way I treat my students. Ask them what's something we want to do in the community. What's something, where you see yourself? What's your plans? And I just go from there. I try not to involve myself in their politics. I'm here for business. And I love them. I see them like little brothers. So, and they see me like a big sister. So
I feel like that's what artists be needing though. Like you never know if they got somebody in their corner that's kind of telling them to do the right thing. Of course, it's gonna be up to the artist because everybody their own person. But as long as you got somebody kind of like at least letting you know what's going on, I feel like it's cool.
They on Reddit, they be trying to come like, how come nobody telling them to get off the street stuff?
But
why you they manager and you ain't? Oh, of course, come on now. These are 19, 20. They got their own decision to make. At the end of the day, you could say it over and over and over and over. Their parents are saying it. Their older siblings are saying it. But, you know, they can't help where they grew up. At the end of the day, some of that stuff you just born into.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask you that, to give you kind of a chance. Because, like I said, it's a lot of unspoken things and a lot of behind the scenes. And you one of those behind the scenes voices.
Right.
And you hear. Yeah. That's the thing about being a behind the scenes voice. You don't you hear and see all this. Well, why aren't you doing this? Well, why aren't you doing this? But they don't know that, like you said, you meet people where they at and grow. Everybody had to fuck. Well, I ain't gonna say everybody, but a lot of motherfuckers, if you know, motherfuckers had a fucked up childhood or had things go on. So there's growth for everybody. I don't give a fuck who you are. So it's like to sit there and be so hypercritical of it is like.
I grew up with family that been out there, been in the streets. Grew up with my father, brothers, they been in stuff. So I've been around it. But that take away from the person that they are? No. They can't help. You know, my parents came from Jamaica to New York. How to get to the hustle. Now, I've been around that, so I'm not going to judge. But, you know, sometimes you do what you got to do. And unfortunately, you be in a situation that you can't help. But that don't mean it's not a chance. Turn it around. They still young. 18, 19, you got, man, that's nothing. When you that age, it seem like you old, but you a kid
motherfuckers
still.
act like they had their shit together when they was 18,
and
19.
most of them don't, and still don't. 30, 40.
So I got a real question for you though. Being that it is like a lot of shit that be going on out here in the DMV.
Right.
Are you even willing to work with people that got something going on against each other? Because you a primetime name. I feel like everybody want to work with you at this point. You feel me? So will you turn somebody down because they got some situations with people that you already work with?
No, I'm open to, you got good music. If you got a plan, you really see yourself. I don't mind. I'm not gonna put them in the same room as my artist. Hell no, I ain't doing that. I mean, I would love to get to that point, but if I know that the situation is heightened right now and, you know, things they really need to be, no, I would never do that. But somebody needs help. They trying to get on the platform. They want me to pitch them to somewhere. They want to come to an event. My artists know. I've talked to people that they probably don't click with, but business.
What would you say is your proudest moment though throughout your whole journey when it comes to managing artists?
Proudest moment. Definitely watching their growth. Like, I came into it kind of later as I got older. So, watching the artists, like seeing them, I'm watching them as they're young, growing right now with their music. So, seeing their growth with the numbers. I'll be watching monthly listeners. We all about data. Like, my nephew / my artist, Xavion. Watching his growth, watching him do content, learning marketing from him. Watching, like, the freak artists that I got. Watching him go from, like, this many monthly listeners to thousands, and watching a TikTok grow, all of that. Just feel like a proud mom, proud teacher.
Are you learning from them?
Yeah, for sure. They teaching me the ins and outs of music too. They had me, having them get me into the studio. I get to learn more. Gets to just managing them is helping me to learn more about music business, because my side hustle was selling clothes. So now they're showing me how I can apply the marketing that I did with clothes into music, talking to different platforms, and so I'm learning.
What do you think the difference between a good manager and a fake manager?
Fake manager, somebody that feel like they using the artist. They always want to be in the camera. They always want to be in the mix. They always
Diddy
like,
type nigga?
huh?
Dancing
Yeah,
all
always
up.
in the camera. I want to dance. Yeah, exactly. Somebody like that. I don't respect. I feel like even this, I got to put my artist first. He came to do the interview. He came to take the scene. I want him to be first. Or I didn't even come the other day with my other artists. You see,
This wasn't
Dre
planned,
behind the
y'all.
scenes. Yeah, this is just off. This is for fun. Or like my business partner Dre. You know, we be behind the scenes. We want the artist to be first. Not that we can't. That you shouldn't be at all. You know, it's okay to get publicity for yourself.
That ain't really fair to say. Cause I feel like just as a manager, that's like your platform though.
Right.
Like how you gonna get your flowers if you're not even letting people know, you're not even putting yourself
Yeah,
out
you should
there.
do that. But if we're not seeing your artist at all, then I think there's a problem. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
it
trying
gotta
to say.
definitely be a balance.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You should definitely put yourself out there, promote yourself. How are people gonna know what you're doing? Like you said,
Because sooner or later, it's like you're gonna be a cosign. So
right,
whoever the artist coming along, you like, oh yeah, Rugby stamped it.
right.
People gonna automatically give them a certain amount of grace just because
Rugby got that stamp.
Rugby got that stamp.
Oh, Rugby got that stamp.
funny.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
No, for I'm just saying because she working with people. Though I'm saying
Nah, Rugby working for
multiple
shit.
people
Right.
that got success. So that's a compliment.
Thank you.
Fuck
People
yeah.
would love to have more than one artist. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
you got multiple that's lit.
Trying
That's
to make it like
crazy.
a
you can say
management
that-
firm.
Yeah, and you could say that you actually doing something. A lot of niggas say they got multiple artists, but where they'll have one that you see, and then the other one's like, yeah, I got some other ones.
That's
You
why
know,
I
never
make
see
sure
they-
all of them is on the same platforms, the same places. Maybe one or two might have not got to it yet. Like No Jumper, for instance. I just let Dizzy get on there. That don't mean I ain't talking to Adam behind closed doors. Like, all right, we got some others. When you come to DC, we about to put all of them on.
That's
Big
real.
Mouth, what you think a fake manager is?
I think a fake manager is just somebody just for the clout, just saying they got this connection. Somebody that's a
Right.
liar.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna tell you they gonna blow you up and they can't really do nothing to support it. That's what I think a fake manager is.
In their pockets and
Just be
shit.
capping, just doing it for the attention for social media.
Right,
They ain't making no moves.
That's
No
what
real
that's
move.
what
They
I'm
just,
that's
oh,
what
yeah,
I'm saying.
manager. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You think
Like-
it's unity with the managers out here?
Some it's good people. Like CEO. He legit.
What would be the
Shout out
reason?
CEO. on
He
the-
help he be putting me on the stuff.
Oh, shout out
He
CEO
about
on the voice behind the
coming
mic.
together.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
But I said, what would be the reason for
rugby.
people not having unity though? You think it was just competition or what else? What's going on?
Think people like first of all, I feel like in the DMV there's no room for competition because our music scene is late. Like we're babies to the music scene. They ain't been in the game. New York been in the game. Obviously, they opened up the doors. Chicago been in the game. We are like just now getting more attention. Labels is looking at us. There's no room for competition. I got something. You got something. He got something. This person got something. Come on. That's why it's called Rev Collective. I'm not saying you got to be under my company, but it's a collective. We all supposed to come together.
Help each
So
other build.
yeah, I
And
don't,
Rugby be putting me on too. Like that's that manager unity right
So
there.
Yeah.
Rugby don't got no crab in the bucket mentality.
Nah,
We hearing.
definitely not.
definitely.
Nah,
not.
all right, bet. That's what I'm like.
Anybody that know me know I might even talk about something that ain't got nothing to do with none of my artists, but I see this artist is. I'm like, damn, they doing something. I think you should tap in. It's true. It's true. Why lead them behind? They could be leading all of us somewhere. Like Nino. Anytime I stay giving him flowers and his manager Perez. Shout out to Perez. That's the manager right there.
So would you know what I'm saying, bringing that up, I do got a question for y'all. So how do you think KP feel in regards to Nino Pay's, success right now?
Man, all I'm gonna say is, people showing they shit. He on his shit right now. You was talking shit. Now you see he up. So Neil can talk his shit right now. He can pop his shit. So he might not feel no type of way.
That's
He
what
might feel like I'm doing my thing too. It may not be at the level of him.
KP,
Yeah, because KP's still doing his thing.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
about to go on that Shawnee Bin Laden tour.
KP know.
Do y'all
KP
think
know.
do y'all think people be paying attention that much though?
Of
To
course.
what?
To them too.
It's like that situation like
The
right there.
DMV love messy shit,
Of
so the
course.
DMV got a heightened sense of what's going on just because it's such a small area, like
Yep.
Rugby said.
And they be talking that talk in their music too.
They
it's
do
not
be
like,
dragging
so it's
their
not
music.
like just the fans saying something like, yeah, like they be on it in their music time too. But they both doing their thing.
They
So just
they
an
got
interesting
posts
topic.
right. Go on Reddit right now.
So-
Reddit will tell you.
But listen, how long do you think these narratives last though? Okay, like bet yo, Nino paid up right now because in rap, bro, all right, you could be right here for a minute, like nobody see it
could.
coming, and next thing you know, what the fuck happened?
Because
That's
at one
true.
point KP had the hot hand, and now
Yeah.
Nino got the hot hand.
Right.
But that's not to say that KP ain't never gonna have the hot
Yeah,
hand. again.
exactly. It could go back and forth.
KP drop shit, and
Yeah.
niggas be like, "Oh, that was back." Nigga, KP ain't been rapping that long for niggas to be like, "Oh, that's some back in the '90s shit." Bro,
Yeah.
this was a couple years ago, so
That's
He-
another thing DMVRs do. They be like, they fell off.
Like,
How
how the
somebody that
yeah.
just started
Like,
fall
yeah.
off? They be in their 20s talking about, yeah, they
Nino
fell off.
definitely up, but KP ain't fall off, bro.
Yeah.
Like if KP drop some shit, niggas is checking for it,
And
bro.
they are.
Like
He just dropped something and they already went up.
yeah, so
I feel like
it's-
when we talking about falling off though, this is more like of a buzz thing though. If somebody seen your buzz consistently up here,
Right.
and now that your buzz kind of went down a little bit, even though you still can be successful,
Right.
but it just ain't what it was.
that's that hyper analyzation that the DMV does though.
I hate it so much. I'm like,
I feel
once
like they do that
again,
everywhere though.
we don't
right.
got, but we don't have room. Again, we don't have room for, like, we need to keep our mouth shut. Who we got, we need to hold on to. We need to be
And
pushing
get
them.
behind niggas, bro. I
We
feel
don't
like-
have nobody to be saying they fell off. Who else? Who do we have? We don't got nobody that had consistent 10-year run yet.
Nah, that's a big point.
We don't got, like,
We need to
Atlanta
back
got
these niggas.
Future. They got Andre 3K. They got this one. They got that one. They got old heads that they can look at. They got young people they can look at. We only got that many people.
Yeah, so
And it ain't that actually went. We don't even have anybody that went mainstream for like 10, 15 years
yeah,
straight.
and consistently stay the
Yeah.
mainstream artist. When you go out of
Yeah.
state, niggas be like, you know, Shot Good. They be like, what? Then you be like, oh, and they're like, I know that joint. But that, like, you know
Right.
what I mean? Like, that's the extent of
Not
it.
to not put down anybody's career because yeah, like Shy Glizzy, Trail, Wale, all of them,
Yeah, we
they
got
definitely went up. They Q the Fool for sure.
Yeah, but I think it's a difference what Wale did though. I feel like what Wale did was different, man. Wale had some real bangers going
Nah,
around the
yeah,
whole country.
he
though.
went like for real mainstream. He
Yeah,
did.
yeah. Lady Gaga song.
She
that
from
shit,
here?
that's true.
No, he got
yeah,
he
He
got
did.
Lady Gaga.
That's true.
Some folks don't fall off; their incline just be different.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
earlier, Big Mouth, you had said the first time you heard about Simba was through Baba Sun TV.
Yeah.
So in regards to like platforms, yourself, Big Mouth, what is everybody's thoughts in regards to DMV platforms? Like, do they contribute to putting the light on artists, or do they more so not do their jobs?
I feel like people just gotta know where to find it at. Like I be telling people like DC Art, that's a good ass blog. Though I feel like
fuck with
the way he
DC
put it
Art.
together, I feel like he lit. But
Facts.
since it's just a lot of DMV shit, people that's not looking into the DMV don't really know about DMV. They might not know about them though.
True.
But it's a lot of talent I see coming through that page. And then even on like Barberson TV though, I feel like everybody got like different branding. But soon as somebody like speak on somebody, that's how you kind of find out about somebody. So then it's up to you to get your own opinion about that person after you see everything that's going
Yeah,
on.
the thing about his shit is, bro, like, if you will, like Rugby said, we late on a lot of shit. So what he's doing is what niggas out of state and on the West Coast is already doing.
Yep.
Trolling, like, all publicity, again, is good publicity, quote unquote. But, like, he's still providing eyes. He got a platform. Whether he bidding on you or whatever, that's how his fans, that's how he gets engagement from his fans. But he still shine that light. What you do with it now that the ball in your court is on you.
What would you
feel me?
consider a fake platform? You talked about
But
fake
hold on,
managers.
hold
What
on,
would
hold
you
on.
consider a fake platform?
But hold on real quick. y'all still ahead of the game though. It's not a lot of like Glizzy's out like that. Even in North Carolina, like I don't know nobody that's doing what Glizzy
No, we not the last
y'all still
place.
kind of ahead of the game.
I feel like we a little bit past that middle herd. I mean, you feel me? We a little bit. We gearing up. We trotting along. And to answer your question, CEO, feel like fake platform, bro, is a platform that is too money hungry. Fakes they engagement, because some niggas will bot up their shit to
like
the unsuspecting
2 comments.
artists. Yeah, to the unsuspecting artists. Like a lot more artists are getting a little bit more hip and tech savvy to the shit, but like there's still a lot. I know artists, I ain't gonna say their name, but I know artists that just got hit for like $1,800 thinking they was going to a platform in Atlanta, seeing they IG, seeing 1 million views, this, that, and the third, not knowing that shit botted up to hell.
I feel like that's their fault though. Like
It is their fault.
Who's spending money on stuff you not like looking into though, making sure
I would
everything-
never spend that much money on. You feel what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is niggas just but when it's a little 50 ball or a 60 ball, you might not do that much research. You might do a little surface level research. You feel what I'm saying? And niggas still getting off like that. So I feel like platforms that don't really give a fuck about the artist and they just like, shit, you got the bread, and they not really actually, look, we could campaign it this way. We could they just give me the Cash App. I'm gonna post some bullshit. I don't care when it go. I might post this shit 2:00 in the morning. You might get 300.
That's crazy.
Like, you feel me? That's what I feel fool ass platform is.
Yeah.
And Ruby, you deal with platforms with having to do the marketing for your artists and everything.
Yeah.
So you got a different gauge in what you feel like is a fake platform. So what you feel like is one?
Actually, similar to your response, the ones that don't take their time to actually, they just posting randomly. Like you said, 2:00 in the morning, no one's really catching. Or like, why do you have all these followers in one comment and like 5 likes? Yet it says there's 1 million people following your page. I like the platforms where coordinate together. They might want to do a collab with us, or for instance, shout out to Trash Mag. They actually take the time to tell you, here, let's review the video that we did. This is the time. What time do you think you're comfortable? What is the most engagement? Like, content is important. Like, this is my career. You should be planning with me. And then other platforms, if I'm paying you, why are you just taking my money and letting it go nowhere? Like, you should be planning with the manager or the artist. So there's a lot of fake platforms out there. I realize I've even had to tell artists, hey, that's not legit. Fake off the porch, fake no jumper. Like, you gotta look. Some of them is just
say
bots.
cheese spam
some fake
joints.
say cheese. They got pages like that. Them bot ran pages.
I be thinking them joints. I feel like that's obvious though.
Some of it. That's why I always say
But
like,
to
y'all don't
hyped up, unsuspect, like, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
because I always know, and I'm like, you are a music artist. You don't know. Yeah,
they just be
but
looking
it's
with the flash and the glitter. It be so bright for
Yeah,
them.
like-
I feel like it be those type of platforms where you don't know where they from. Like you don't know what
Right.
state they in.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you a blog, bro. What separate the real from the fake?
But real what?
Blog is what put you in the real shoes. Big Mouth the real
Yeah.
shit. What
Yeah,
make Big Mouth the
you do
real
it for
deal?
real.
And what make, you know what I mean? What separates you from the fake ones?
Like just being in tune. Like being in tune with what's going on. Like one of the biggest things you can do. And you do like gotta communicate with the artist. But
Yep.
I feel like that be the difference though. Like from an artist, like regular artists seem like they don't be knowing stuff. So they be needing people like you
Yeah.
to do the communication because
Exactly.
if you wasn't doing the communication, then they shit would be just like everybody else. Like they
That's real.
moving kind of slow, you know what I'm saying? They not planning on when to drop and
Yeah.
what to drop, you feel me?
Yep.
But so you just gotta be in tune for real, know what's going on. And people that's like I said, you gotta know where they from. You just gotta know what's going on, you gotta be helped.
Definitely, I agree.
I want to make a shift real quick. How you guys feel about the Pluto and YK situation, the win whammy, and how some people say, Pluto shouldn't have left. I don't know you say leave, but left YK Niece job like out of the situation in regards to the success.
I only saw something a little bit about what's the
Say,
problem?
why did John Lennon leave the Beatles?
So the situation is, they dropped the Win Whammy song,
Right.
and I could be wrong. I know Big Mouth know I could be wrong, but I think Pluto wrote most of that song or whatever it may be.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, right? And then it blew up, but Pluto is the one getting booked for the shows with the song,
Right.
and then she just dropped the remix, of course, without YK Niece and everything, and YK Niece felt like, I should have been blowing up with you
Right,
with this
yeah.
song, but that wasn't what's going on. So now they not, cool as they
I
was.
did see that they wasn't cool. I just
Yeah.
And it was a rumor that they had Pluto tried to get Lotto on the Win Whammy remix first, but she denied it because she ain't like how Pluto took Joaquin East off her, and that's just allegedly as well. But
Allegedly.
yeah, how y'all feel about that situation?
Let's
Why can't he still going up, bro? In
see.
her
Yeah,
own
she
regards.
about to be out here.
She basically, I don't know too much into the situation, but she basically ain't sit there and pout about that shit, and she's still going to get her bookings. She's still catching hella traffic. I follow her, so like,
She got a good manager too. Shout out her manager.
yeah, she
Good
moving,
people.
she shaking and moving. I feel like that if everything is true though, that's a fucked up situation to do that. Like, you feel me? To cut your mind out like that. I don't know how cool they was, but even though if we went up off this record, bro, I ain't gonna do that to you, bro. Like,
That's what Pluto was saying. She was saying like they wasn't even that cool. Like,
but
they was
even
only
if we
cool for, like,
wasn't
a
that
couple
cool, bro,
months.
we was cool enough to go do this shit together, and this shit took the traction, bro. That's just like thoroughbred, like, you feel me? Like, bro, this free. At the end of the day, bro, this free money. This money me and you both ain't wake up with the day before. You feel me? So why not share a piece of this free money? You feel what I'm saying? That we both did. They liked the song with both of us. If the song blew up with just you, you would have recorded it by yourself. You would have liked it by yourself, all that. But you didn't. So
I did see a video. Pluto said that her label told her to take the girl off. I don't know how true that is.
I saw that.
Like, I saw that video of her
Okay.
saying
N-
that.
niggas
Big
be
Mouth,
trying
you
to
think she was
cop
telling
out.
the truth?
that's a cop out. Like
She
shit.
probably was telling the truth. I feel like she could have been telling the truth.
That's a
But
cop
the
out.
song blowing up, they trying to get somebody else bigger on their joint. So, like Pluto, that was Pluto's song. And then again, sometimes you gotta be appreciative out here, man. She already threw it in the alley just about her being on the original version. Joaquin East already lit. I just feel like they just don't want people to think that like they a group. It ain't like she can't get her own bookings because she's still getting booked. She in DC on Sunday.
Yeah.
And
Nah, that's
for
a
real,
fact.
I feel like the
They
situation.
both performing the song
The
too. when they
situation helped
bookings.
Joaquin East though, because people got to see Joaquin East funny as hell. So like
Yeah,
at first everybody just knew Pluto, but when they start kind of beefing, now it's like another narrative online that's promoting Joaquin
All
East.
publicity.
That she going up, popping hella shit.
Nah, yeah, that's a
That
fact.
is true.
So
I
it's all
like
about
them.
perspective though.
I like them. I like the song. It's for the girlies. It's good.
It's for the
Actually, it's
girls.
not just for the girlies because y'all, the dudes like it too.
Do you think they gonna be around for the long haul though?
It could be a City Girls Part 2.
City Girls Part 2?
Yeah, it could be that type of. I mean, because
They
now
ain't
this
rocking
next
with each
gen,
other.
And
what
they
these
ain't gonna
girls
be
got.
city girls.
They ain't
ain't
rocking,
gonna be no
they ain't
city
rocking
girl,
with
yeah,
each other.
But well,
They ain't rocking with each
shoot,
other.
well, forget it. Well, separately, they
Yeah.
could be that kind of vibe, like because now the young ones is looking. I got my students, not I got them, like I put them on, but my students.
You got your students. out
Yeah,
there?
I'm not putting children onto that music, but they do.
So
Listen to it.
We're gonna take a little break real quick. Nah, though. Another thing that we was talking about. This is a conversation that we was having off camera the other day, and I definitely need your perspective because you connected most thoroughly. Then,
Right.
so do you think 37th do got the hottest rappers in the city right now, or do you think they just got the hottest allure all around to the hood and that stigma through the internet because they got the YouTubes carrying them with
Right.
the vlogs and things like that?
I generally think it's a combination of both. Started with Glizzy. Glizzy actually talented. He
Put
make
that
good
light.
music. Savage. Can't go wrong with him. Youngins, Threat, Iswap. In comparison to the other, they all talking about the same thing. So with the free car side, so can't say, oh, they don't got talent or more than this one. Y'all talk about the same thing as them. So I think it's a combination of both. They definitely got a big push with media, obviously, because Shy Glizzy brought attention to their hood. Then YouTubers started coming. They saw J-Mo. They saw Savage, Threat, all them. 3. But I think it's a combination of both for sure. They just not without talents. They got it.
What
So
you think, bro? From the outside looking at.
I feel like they definitely got a name because every time I go over there, people be like, everybody from that neighborhood do views. Like,
Anybody.
that's what people make it seem like. But as far as talent, I would say they definitely got some people that had some big success over there, but it's a lot of talent throughout the whole city or throughout the whole area.
of course,
Yeah, you
there's
right.
probably people definitely that's overlooked
I
in comparison to them.
Yeah, I think 137 got like a big collective of rappers as well. Like
Right.
a lot of niggas say they got a lot. They be like, man, we got this rapper, that rapper, but like they got a lot of rappers that are actually actively pursuing their rap career at the moment. You feel me? So that's a big difference maker. They're dropping songs. So it's like, you know a nigga rapping another hood. And then two, it's like,
They got multiple artists with deals.
yeah, you
Over
feel,
there.
exactly. So that's another kicker. But two, with the media, like I say all the time, and I use this for every argument, bro. Water's wet and a spade is a spade, bro. The media being there, you can't fault them for that. They created that allure.
I was just about to say they.
You
You should have built that up with your hood.
exact, like, you feel me? So like, niggas saying that and using that doesn't really accredit any argument, because that's what happened. The sky's blue. You feel me? Get off your ass and create an allure around your neighborhood if that's what you're gonna do. You feel what I'm saying? So I do think it's definitely a combination of both. But as far as talent, like, they wouldn't be stretching, like Savage and them wouldn't be stretching into these other regions if they wasn't cranking the music. So
Right.
you feel me? I definitely feel like it's a combination of both, but the music is carrying them as well.
I wouldn't even say though that they got more like right now rappers. I just feel like they just got the bigger rappers because I think overall, 'cause I just think it's rappers everywhere, but people just might not be tuning in to them because you know what I'm saying, they ain't as big as a No Savage or a
For
Giz
sure,
Rock.
for sure.
So it's rappers everywhere. They just stay hot. They just got the rock.
Yeah.
They got the ball. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody gonna take it. It's just
Because
like,
right now, labels are looking into DMV as a whole. You got, like we always talk about, Nino, KP, Slime, Get 'em. I don't know technically where he from. AC 640.
Mm-hmm.
They from different hoods. They getting attention.
mm-hmm.
Now it's their job to put their hood on. Just like Shot Glizzy did his party, he put his hood on.
Do you think that's a rapper responsibility?
I mean, for me, if you coming from a hood and coming from the struggle and you looking at your man and you know they rap and you don't do nothing at all, I
least give 'em
think
a
I
shot.
think you kind of wrong as a friend and a artist.
Mhm.
At least put them in the camera or something.
Yeah,
That's
give
what
them
I'm
a
gonna say.
shot. If they drop the ball, it's on them. But you got at least.
That's
You can't,
right.
you can't
Right.
say now if they want that handout consistently.
Yeah, nah, I'm
fuck
not saying
no.
that.
But if
But a
I'm
little
like, bro,
love.
I'm gonna put that light. You
Hey,
feel
look,
me?
man, it's a lot of unappreciative people out here. What would you be consider an opportunity though? Like, what's some things that they can do?
I'm
To help
at
other
least
artists
I'm
out.
saying at least give a shout out on your page. You know you got
Tag 'em
hundreds
on
of
the story.
thousands of followers, and you know you getting likes and love. It ain't nothing to put your man's up on the
But
on the
how
page.
often?
Or
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
woman.
Cause you know, some
Yeah.
one time
Now,
not
exactly
enough.
what I'm saying.
One time not
Now
enough.
there's gotta be a balance, and some people they calm down because when are you gonna put in your work? So it's kind of you too, though. So you gotta do your part. I did mine. I gave you that shout out. If I'm giving you shout out like 3-4 times, and you still didn't take it, and you see people coming to your page because of me, and you didn't do your part and make content that's. Of course, there's gonna be people that still argue. There's ungrateful people. Yeah, he only shouted me out, but he ain't let me do this or he ain't give me a feature. First of all, people need to understand that I can't put you in every single room. Like I can't get you a feature. An artist might not want you on this. I can't do that just because you like them. Don't mean they want you.
They ain't obligated to get that
Yeah,
free
like-
feature out to their man from the hood.
Yeah,
Hey, look, you know something I
Right.
noticed too though? I feel like a lot of street rappers, like they don't like doing the TikTok wave or they don't
think
really
they
like
too
making
gangster
content.
for it.
But
Yeah.
the crazy thing about it though, shit, your boy 3 Osama, he be on TikTok going crazy.
And listen, what did I tell him? One day I was like, you gotta. First, I started taking over his TikTok page because he used to make low content, then he stopped, and then his music was going up. I was like, you don't stop doing that. I said, let me give me your password. Started going in there, getting little. I got a clip of him before Threat got locked up and Jose doing a video. John got like 500, 600,000 views.
Damn.
Then Dizzy came back out. They made some TikToks together. They was like, oh shoot, this shit really worked. They start dancing, making random TikToks. Now I don't even have to handle his page no more. He does it. Then I remade Dizzy's page. Now Dizzy do the same thing. And Jake too. Shout out to Jake as well, Morley Rich Jake. And then Xavion, I don't even have to tell him. He already know. He good with marketing. That's our marketing genius right there for artists. And same with CR. Like both of them, I don't gotta really talk to about that. They just know TikTok works. Now everybody's seen it. So if you think you too gangster, you keep that and watch the dollars go to everybody else.
She just sparked another point real quick, man. With that gangster shit. If all you doing is displaying the gangster personality and persona on the internet, what do you expect us as media reps to do for you or to interview
Right.
about when you come on this couch. I personally don't give a fuck about nothing that's going on
Of
the
course,
street, bro. 'Cause
right.
that's not even what I want to attach
Yeah.
my name to. But like, I just rather not have a nigga on the platform altogether.
That's true.
If that's all, if I do my research and all it is tipping that shit, bro,
Yeah.
I can't have you on the platform.
Then what are you gonna talk about? Because then it's gonna be that you hot,
And I
that
ain't about
artist
to
is
attach
hot,
myself to that shit.
and then the artist, people gonna look at the artist like he hot because now you on here saying stuff, or they don't say anything and then the interview just quiet. So
that shit.
you gotta kind of have some kind of personality, something. I'm even working with all of them, like, when you go in there, make sure you show your personality, make sure you talk about your upbringing,
Yeah.
or what else do you do, or just tap into your music more. You ain't even gotta talk about the streets.
Do you feel like your journey been hard though, being that you're a female, coming up in the DMV area?
Definitely is, for sure. Being a woman, I think, first of all, there's not a lot of us in this field. There's a few. Shout out to those women that's out there that like he did that. A few other women as well. But definitely harder. First of all, I feel like some men are intimidated. Like, oh, hold on, she doing what I'm doing. I should be, well, I don't want to put her in this room with me because I'm doing this thing and she might. It's not like that. Like I said, back to what I said earlier, it's a collective. We should be able to work together. And then there's the whole, some men, they don't really respect the business aspect and want to make it personal.
Try to blur the line.
Yeah, like, okay, we ain't doing that. But thankfully, so far, it's been pretty respectful. So I'm good. Especially since I know that I haven't had to. But, yeah, that's another part. But I just think that women, come on, we give life to the earth.
Yeah.
We know how to take care of things. We know how to get business done. We the ones rooting for you, just like y'all was talking about earlier. How women fans be the biggest supporters. It's the same with the executives, managers. You know we gonna plan. You know we gonna support you. Not gonna be in drama. Ain't in the streets. So I don't see the problem. Honestly, needs to be more of us trying to get more black women on my team.
Black
And
women
blacks,
look out. Yeah.
black specifically.
Yeah.
No offense to the other. Actually, forget the no offense part. There's no. I'm saying what I said.
Put
What
your
I
people
said.
on, a little nepotism,
Yeah,
a little black nepotism.
exactly.
You dig?
I'm all for us.
Black women, you know
Yep.
who to hit. We gotta clip that. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. That's what's up. Like I said, there ain't a lot of people like you that's out here though. So what you're
Appreciate it.
doing is definitely like needed. I feel like people definitely paying attention. Shit, at this point, you're a walking legend, especially at DMV. Ain't no other
Yeah,
female really doing what
right.
you doing.
I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, right. We
I'm a
got
humble-
little
I'm
bump
a
I feel like you
humble
make my
person.
shit way easier.
Hey,
Just as a blogger, like
Yeah.
just conducting business, though. It's
that's what
like,
I
you
try
ain't
to
got to
do.
run down and
Nope.
I just talk to one person.
Yep, that's why I love you. You professional. You the real blogs that we was talking about. Big Mouth Media.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, man.
Yeah,
Legit. And he
stamps.
put on for all of DMV. He don't got no bias, no nothing. See you talented. He got the respect for you, putting you on, doing due diligence. And you not even from here, and you helping us.
Shit,
I
let it
love it.
on. No, I'm gonna say, let the people know where they can follow you at on Instagram.
Yes, rugby_polonati. That's not Ruby. It's rugby. And a lot of people ask what rugby mean. I used to be rocking, because like I said, I was born in New York. I was rocking a lot of rugby, polo, and nautica. I was from the top to the bottom, the pants, everything. So that was my fly back in the day. And I kept that name on Twitter, Instagram,
I
everywhere.
was stuck. Yeah.
Then people be like, do you play rugby? Just close. Just close. I was a basketball girl.
You used to
That's it.
hoop. You was nice.
I played in high school. I played at college. I did a year in London.
What college you went to?
Oakwood University. It's like a small Adventist college in Alabama. I was like inconsistent with basketball, so then
That's
I did
fire.
it again in London, and that was it. That was the last time I really played.
That's what it is, man. Shit.
Appreciate y'all.
Of course. We're gonna definitely bring you back just to kick shit about what's going on
Yeah.
in the city. 'Cause
Yeah,
like I
we got
said,
some debates
Yeah, we definitely got some more debates. You feel me? We got some shit going on.
for sure.
But man, make sure y'all follow Rugby. Y'all black women, get at Rugby. She might got a position for y'all real soon.
Exactly.
Get at us on Big Mouth Media 2, Big Mouth Headquarters on IG. What's the play? 2 Y's. man, and get us to 25K on YouTube, man. Coming real soon. Big Mouth Media on YouTube. We out.